All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here again and again, talking about real music. Today I'm talking about, I don't know, real issues maybe, the real banana republic that we've become, and doing it in real time for a few real people out there, just like you right there, and just like me right here. Here are the Prowlers. I was supposed to talk to lead guitarist Tony Smith today, and I had an issue with the internet and with Zoom. Zoom is such a great platform because when you start to talk to somebody who isn't, you know, one of these, I don't know what to call them, just conformists, sheep. When you start to talk to somebody like that, you know, things tend to stop working. So it happens a lot. I was explaining to Tony that every time I watch a show, whether it's like The War Room or InfoWars or some libertarian podcast, everything just shuts down, just stops working. And I'm like, that's a weird coincidence. And my wife starts to laugh and she says, call Comcast. And I call Comcast and I get the automated routine. Hi, we see that there's a problem on your end. Is your address still blah, blah, blah? Yep, you got me. Great. Artificial intelligence, very helpful. You know what's not helpful to the country? Did that transition? It was a little bit weak, but last night, see, rock stars react. I get this all the time. I go on websites, rock stars react to Olivia Newton-John, for instance, right? Why do rock stars have to react to Olivia Newton-John? She was a rock star. No, Dave, she was a pop star. She was a country star. I don't know. Go listen to some of her music. It's in the rock category because it doesn't make your ears bleed. And I say that affectionately because I do listen to some ear bleeding music now and then, meaning it's loud, it's obnoxious for some, but you know, the basis of it is it's loud and it's harder and blah, blah, blah. So Olivia Newton-John, not so much for the most part. But, you know, rock stars react. Why do rock stars need to react to Olivia Newton-John? Just say something like, yeah, she was great. But they can't ask just fans of Olivia Newton-John. No, they've got to ask rock stars because rock stars know more about Olivia Newton-John than her fans, right? I don't know. It's okay, though, for Metallica to do like a cover of ABBA, right? That's cool. But I don't know. See, the rock, the real testosterone, I'm a real rock star website. We can't cover Olivia Newton-John. That's not what this particular video is really about, though. What it's about is rock stars react to Donald Trump's home being ransacked last night, right? Because rock stars, I'm surprised there are no articles about how rock stars were incensed because, you know, illegal search and seizure is so important to our constitutional republic. The Fourth Amendment, that's really important to our republic, on and on. The authoritarianism that is the current administration. And actually, there's even like a trail of this throughout, some of which even happened under Trump. And the problem is the president can't dismantle it, but the president can at least discourage it. And it appears that rock stars, because they've already made a lot of money, that they really don't care about the little people. Because, you know, if they can do this to Donald Trump, and again, I am not the biggest Trump cheerleader. I'm kind of like, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 6, maybe a 7, probably about a 6 though, right? But compared to the other guy, Brandon, who's got a 0, Trump represents a 6-fold increase in, actually, no, because a 0 times 0 or plus, it's still 0, right? So Trump is infinitely better than the corpse in chief, right? But the corpse in chief right now and the media and all these different things, they kind of run everything. And that includes telling us what to think about what rock stars have to say about whether it's Olivia Newton-John or Donald Trump's home in Mar-A-Lago being raided by the FBI, right? The FBI went in there and raided because there was some paperwork there, supposedly, right? That you couldn't ask Trump to give you the paperwork because that would be too much work. So you go in there all up armed with body armor and tactical gear. You bring tactical gear in. You have tactical, think about this, tactical gear to get paperwork from the former president, who wasn't home, by the way. He was up in New York. He was up at Trump Tower. Good for him. So they probably planned it so it wasn't a little bit awkward. Hey, Mr. President, I see you're surrounded by Secret Service agents. Does the Secret Service and the FBI, are they like, do they get along? Do they have any kind of relationship? Does anybody think this is kind of weird? You know who doesn't think it's weird? The rock stars. They don't think it's weird because I haven't read one article saying, wow, gee, this is a little extreme. You know, we don't like Trump, but man, what's going on here? This is a little creepy. It was really creepy too when people were told, hey, you need to do X, Y, and then Z in order to keep your job 2.5 years ago because it's for the greater good. And people were like, but I don't want to do that. Well, I guess you're not gonna go to your job. Yeah, you don't want to do this? You're not gonna go to the supermarket. You're not gonna go to the ball game. You're not gonna have friends. You're not gonna be able to see your dying loved ones in the hospital. You're not gonna be able to visit the nursing home. But rock stars, they loved all that stuff. They thought it was great. Now, when I say rock stars, I say probably about 95% of them. Now, Uncle Ted is kind of normal. And I know that bothers people because he's outspoken. And it's funny because Uncle Ted could kind of like wipe the floor with any rock star with regards to politics, with regards to the Bill of Rights or the Constitution, or maybe how to discharge a firearm properly. I think Uncle Ted wins, right? But again, the rock media, well, you know, the Constitution is a living, breathing. Aaron Lewis, right? The Aaron Lewis article blew my mind, where they had to, like, he was saying we should follow the Constitution and we're not, and yada, yada. And they fact checked him. They said, well, you know, the Constitution used to be this real rigid document, but thankfully it's been rescued from its rigidity, and now it's a living, breathing document. I feel like Jim Carrey in that movie was like, it's like, what are you guys talking about? I mean, it's a living, breathing, so it's deconstructionism, right? And rock stars love that. Here's the deal. Now, a lot of rock stars, and we figured this out because of Motley Crue, right? They just don't grow up. They don't mature. What they believed in like 1985, you know, oh, the Russians are out to get us, Cold War, Soviet Union, Russians, new thing, okay? Old thing gone, new thing now. You know, now you're sending money, foreigner, who I've supported recently. You're sending money to what? To who in Ukraine? It's just, what are you doing? Rock stars, they're really smart, right? So rock stars don't react to what happened to President Trump and his home. A lot of people, even somewhat agnostic political observers, are just like, crap, why? He's not the president right now. And a lot of people just say this is a way to prevent him from running for president again. Look, if he wants to run again and he qualifies and he wins the primary, okay, I mean, what are you going to do? This is what our system is. People vote. Hopefully the vote is precise, right? We'll not, can't go there because everything's above board according to the powers that be. There was nothing nefarious that went on. All right, so even if there was, but if there wasn't, either way, this is the way we do it. So we support somebody, they get elected, they become the president, right? Or whatever position, Senate, And that's the way things go. So to continue to bust on this guy when he's not in office, right? And he's liked by a whole bunch of people, more so than even yours truly. I mean, I like him, but I worry. I'm hoping that the swamp will actually get drained and these government agencies will not only just be cut, but completely eliminated. That's what I want. Do we need the Department of Education? No. Rock stars, because they were all educated in public schools, right? What are they doing to the Department of Education? They're bringing it back to the states. Let them figure it out. Why does the federal government have to have their hands in everything, right? See, being kind of libertarian on some issues makes me a little weird to some people. But when you go down the list of things that I believe in, most of the people like it. Most of the people say, you know what, it's good. Like, what is it, civil asset forfeiture? We don't think we should just take stuff from people for no reason. You're not going to hear much talk about that issue anywhere, Republican or Democrat, right? But again, rock stars, they've got enough stuff, so they don't really care. You could take some of their stuff and they're going to, yeah, this is for the greater good. Just like going to Walgreens. I feel really good about myself. So yeah, I'm going to donate this guitar. I had 150 guitars and I donated 2. That was great. You're just great. See, I don't get it. I'm at the point now, people, where I'm kind of mocking the rock stars who are complaining about their lifestyle. It's like, really, guys, really, you can only get the Lamborghini, right? You can't buy whatever other thing that you wanted. You've got the Lamborghini, you've got the Maserati. According to Joe Walsh, it goes 185. See? I know. It's a great song. You know what's also great music? Right here, the Prowlers, ladies and gentlemen. The Prowlers. And you should check them out. Prowlers-music.com. There's a dash in there. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Look at that. Zooming in. And check out their music video for the song Den of Thieves. I'm going to have Tony Smith on at some point when my internet won't die. And that was just a weird event. And I think I was being surveilled. That's what I think. I mean, maybe, no. Okay, let me rephrase that. I wasn't being surveilled. Everything's great. I love humanity. I love everything. And it's unicorns, lollipops, and floating objects that I can't identify. It's just all great, people. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And remember, when rock stars react, then it's important. When they don't react,